All right, Heat Nation. So this is going to be a very uncomfortable conversation for a lot of Heat fans. A lot of you guys, like myself, you like Jimmy Butler. You really like Jimmy Butler. You wanted to work with Jimmy Butler. You want to go back to the finals with Jimmy Butler. The only problem I have with Jimmy Butler right now is that he can't seem to stay healthy. So last year, Kelly Oubre, aka a lot of dudes' man crush, he fell and hit Jimmy Butler's leg, and his knee wasn't good, right? So he missed the playoffs. And then you had the whole thing with Pat Riley commenting on Jimmy Butler being, I think he was drunk and or semi-drunk, and he was talking shit. And I don't know what's gone on since then. It seems like there might be something between Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley. I don't know. But now we've got all these trade rumors about Jimmy Butler, and a lot of you guys are kind of stuck on the idea of not trading Jimmy Butler. But, as much as I wouldn't like to trade Jimmy Butler, at the end of the day, Miami has to make a move. A lot of the top teams already made their move. I mean, the Celtics are probably going to repeat because I don't know if I trust the Cavaliers, but Celtics, I think they have a chance of repeating, but they made their move, and it always feels like everybody else is making a major move, and Miami has not made a major move. If you look at the moves that we made, the biggest move we made was get Terry, and I like Terry, but I always feel like when you get players like Terry, you feel like they burned you or your team when they played against you, but then like you have them, and it's just not the same Terry Rozier. I mean, it would be like acquiring Malik Monk. Every time we play Malik Monk, he torches us. I don't know why every time I tune into a game, Malik Monk has like 25 plus points against us. Like, I don't know if he just has conversations with Bam and Tyler Hero and he just talks shit, but every time we play this guy, he torches us. But if we ever were to sign him, it just wouldn't hit the same. But back to Jimmy Butler. A lot of you guys are stuck on the idea of not trading him because you guys know how good he can be when he stays healthy. The problem is him staying healthy. So I'm looking at the numbers, and they're saying over the last 30 games, he's missed 10 games. My thing with Jimmy Butler is the second oldest player on the team. And when you look at the ages of the players on the roster, it's him and Kevin Love are the two OGs. Even Alec Burke is, closer to their age. But you look at your core group of guys, which would be Bam. Bam is 27. Tyler Hero's 24. Nikola is 21, and Jaime, who in my opinion is like a Mexican Jimmy Butler Jr. He's young. He's 23. Jimmy Butler just doesn't fit with this roster. I mean, if he's not going to stay healthy, then it's like, you're just keeping him to keep him. So a lot of people have been talking about trading Jimmy Butler to Golden State and maybe taking Kuminga. I'm pretty sure Kuminga is in his 20s. He fits in with Bam. He's not Jimmy Butler, but at the end of the day, he still has potential. Obviously, you would want to acquire maybe another player and some picks if you're going to trade him to Golden State. I definitely want to trade him to a good situation. I mean, the player I would like to acquire is De'Aaron Fox, which De'Aaron Fox and Tyler and Bam should be, good friends. I'm pretty sure he's good friends with Bam for sure, because we just haven't really had like a super talented point guard. When you think about it, like Goran is talented, but Fox is way better than Goran. So we've just been having this void at point guard for a long ass time. So I would love to get Fox, but I don't know about trading Jimmy to the sorry ass Kings. I mean, he'd only be there for a short time, but I don't even know if that's even a conversation that's, because they have the trade rumors out there, and they're the two teams I'm seeing is Golden State and Denver. But yeah, we really have to get off this idea that we can't trade Jimmy Butler because of his potential. He's a great player, but your best ability is availability, and if he's always going to be injured, then it's like I can see why he's making comments about. He didn't say, "Hey, I want to be here." I think he knows what's going on. I think he knows that probably Miami is considering trading him because the money and the availability. And as much as I don't want to trade Jimmy Butler, I want to say that I would be okay with Jimmy Butler gets traded. Again, his age, it just doesn't mesh with the core guys. I don't know what Miami Heat fans are thinking, or other Miami Heat fans are thinking when you're like, "Oh, we can't trade Jimmy Butler." Like, are you stupid? Like, you can definitely trade Jimmy Butler. He's worth something. It's just for Pat Riley and his team to agree on whatever the amount is or whatever the trade offer is from Golden State or Denver or whoever. I would love to trade him to a team that is contending. I mean, it sucks that you want to win a championship, but you're not winning a championship if Jimmy Butler doesn't stay healthy anyway. So you trade Jimmy Butler to a contender or a team that could potentially be a contender. Denver and Golden State, obviously, Last time I checked the standings, they weren't top 3, but they still got talent. So you want to trade him somewhere where he has a shot to potentially compete, because you still like him even though you're trading him away. You don't want to send him to some team that sucks. But I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think down below. Are you still stuck on this idea of keeping Jimmy Butler, knowing that there's a possibility that going into the postseason he might not be healthy, and you're just going to be in a situation that you are thinking you're going to be in if you trade Jimmy Butler? Because that's really what it is. I don't want to trade Jimmy Butler. We're not going to be that good. Yeah, but that's a short-term thing. Your young guys will continue to improve. We're not winning the championship next year, considering the way the team is built right now. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just even more unlikely than the previous runs because Jimmy Butler is older. It's not his fault. You can't beat Father Time. I mean, honestly, when it comes to Jimmy Butler, I blame Thibodeau, because Thibodeau was killing them dudes in Chicago, man. And I mean, I'm sure they love it because they got as much minutes as they can possibly get. But I heard one time this dude played, and I'm talking about Jimmy, he played like an entire game and overtime and didn't sit 1 minute. So I don't know, man. That Thibodeau has a way of wearing some of those guys down. But I heard they used to complain about practice. It probably wasn't Jimmy Butler, but I think Joakim Noah was saying something about how they used to do a lot of running in practice, man. So Jimmy's got a lot of wear and tear on his body. It might not be a bad idea to get a Jonathan Kuminga, whatever other player, and some picks, because guys, you are not contending if Jimmy Butler doesn't stay healthy. And if he continues to get injured during the season, it's kind of like I don't really have much expectation that he's going to stay healthy during the playoffs. I mean, if you think about it, we lost to Denver, but I remember Jimmy was balling out that 1 year, and so that's what, 2 years ago now, and Jimmy Butler got injured versus the Knicks, and I feel like if he didn't get injured versus the Knicks, then you sweep the Celtics, and then you have a better chance against Denver. I'm not saying we win, but at least Jimmy Butler doesn't get hurt. And so now the challenge becomes keeping Jimmy Butler healthy. But tell me what you think down below. Should we trade Jimmy Butler?